We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof on fire.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two big-arm quarterbacks. Both have done plenty of work in the NFC North. It's Matthew Stafford going up against Aaron Rodgers. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. They go play action here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out here in the I. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Returnable here from the 38. They will go draws a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. And now the Lions defensive starters.
Ezekiel Ansah out of BYU. We call him Ziggy, and he knows where the quarterback is on every play.
On second down, here's Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Always got some breathing room. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Little pitch play, toss play. Allows the running back to get some vision and some big guys to get out in front. This time they did it to the right side.
Yeah, went to the right side. Is there a preference, right or left, for a lot of these guys that run the ball at this level?
I know in the good old days, most teams were constructed to run to the right side. I can't tell you exactly why. That was the power side. The left side was what they used to call the quick side. But in this case, the power won.
And now a first down following that long gain. Here's Riddick. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
It's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, we're about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to...
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Second down following the run. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught, Nelson. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Packers are going to have a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Christian Michael was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Rodgers again now. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And some room to roam now. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw, Stafford. Well, veteran Andre Roberts was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this is caught at the 8, and eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Nice catch by the tight end, Richard Rodgers, and, you know, it came from the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Some things just write themselves, don't they?
That's exactly right. Both spelled R-O-D-G-E-R-S, for those wondering.
There you go.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Ripkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, this is Rashad Ross now. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. To throw on second down is Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Michael, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go play action here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Sam Shields. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make...
It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Rodgers now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 40, 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So out now come the Lions. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They come out here in the eye. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edge.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And, boy, he can get hurt.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Lions are going to have a first.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now Riddick. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
second down. Here's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. So looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Adams has it, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And field's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Got it left. Hey, check 26. Watch twin. No.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Surveying the field. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing.
And now here's another interception. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a give. It's Michael. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly they get to the line. From the red zone now, Stafford. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal to go now. Riddick with a carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today, no matter what's called by the offense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Stafford now on 2nd. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the offense able to recover the fumble, but it's 3rd down now. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And now it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They come out here in the eye. They go to Michael again, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive